So just before we kick things off today, mate, I'm looking around the room. We do have a few lights set up here, and we normally do that for our pod, right?
Yeah. All behind the camera there.
Behind the camera there, just to add a bit of lighting, make sure everything looks good on the screen.
I mean, as good as we can look on screen.
As we can.
Yeah.
But I'm just thinking, does it actually make a difference?
If we were to turn the lights off?
Yeah.
Well, I mean...
I don't know.
You
know what? I'm gonna.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all right. I just wasn't prepared for this kind of question. Yeah, I mean, he's up and he's turning them off. Oh, damn. That actually has made quite a difference.
Has it?
Yeah, it has. Yeah, he definitely can. There we go. Oh, he's just walking in front of the camera. Don't knock the camera, mate. Oh, it has, yeah. The first one definitely did. That was a nice crotch shot right in view there. Do you want to sit back down and suss out? It definitely makes a difference that the first ones you turned off were definitely. And I wonder what's going to happen next. Hello and welcome to another episode of Fine Leg to Full Forward. For those watching on YouTube, yes, we have put the lights back on so that you can see our faces. I was going to add an adjective in there and I thought, better not.
Better not.
How you going, mate?
Not too bad.
Mm-hmm.
Not too bad. How are you? You've been a bit tired.
Yeah, probably tell in my voice. It's a bit croaky than usual.
It's not bad though. It's a nice sound.
It kind of helps with the audio. I think. Just maybe this is my podcast voice. Maybe this is what I am.
You should just always be tired.
Always be just ridiculously tired. Maybe
do it for the pod, mate.
Do it for the pod. I can't see that for the content. I can't see there being any sort of consequences.
Yeah.
When will you learn? I might also be a bit tired because we had quite a big weekend, didn't we?
We certainly did. We had back-to-back weddings, my friend.
Yeah.
Have you ever had back-to-back weddings?
Nah. I think to be honest, in my life, I think I've been to less than 10 weddings. So
yeah,
the chances of them being back-to-back nights was pretty low.
Yeah.
Have you would have had back-to-back weddings, or you're more of a chance of back-to-back weddings?
No, I feel like there's back-to-back events.
Yeah.
Like, you know, if you have one Hindu wedding, you'll have like this night, and then you'll have in the lead up, and then you'll have the actual wedding on a day, and you'll have the reception on the following day.
Yeah.
So it feels like you got back-to-back events, but it's all
part of the one celebration.
Yes. Yeah. So this was probably the first time for me as well. Friday night and Saturday night.
Yeah, and that was very good fun though. Both very different weddings. Both very wholesome. So congrats to Chev and Ange, friends of the show. And congrats, of course, to Jackson and Tim, also friends of the show.
Yes.
Both weddings were very different, but I think they summed up who they were as couples.
Yeah.
So perfectly.
It was beautiful to watch. It really was. Like in every way. Like, I know we obviously did a wedding episode. Like,
yeah, we were MCs of that wedding, weren't we?
That one was it?
Obviously, the review. The review of our efforts that day weren't good enough to cop another gig.
To cop another gig. But it really was like, as you said, each of the events summed up the individuals, and it's like you don't normally think of it as that. I feel like I've been to plenty of weddings where it's just, oh yeah, it's a wedding.
Yeah, that's they're just what they think they have to do. So
it's like, we're doing it because we have to do it, and we're just going to have all the typical things that you're going to have at a wedding. So what do we need? We need this, we need the first dance, we need the cake, we need this, we need all these things.
Yeah.
Right, and it's like this was very clearly and distinctly personified the couples. It was beautiful.
It was very wholesome. Yeah, that's probably the main thing that's happened, right? I was trying to think if I had anything more to say on on the weddings.
On the weddings, any standout moments? I think the couple of the standout moments was your hey baby.
Yeah, actually, that was one thing that popped in my head. If I was to say to you that I was pretty pleased with my own work, what do you think I'd be referring to?
100%.
And I went 2 for 2 on across both nights when the music faded out.
Yeah.
On the first night, the music faded out because we were about to leave and started singing "Hey Baby," and you hear that ooh from the other side of the room. You know you're on.
Yeah.
And then on the second night, did it when the band was finishing up, and then we're going into, it wasn't a DJ, but it was like a playlist, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And so I started it when the band finished up, and then we're going for a lot longer, and then they faded in the song, didn't they?
And mind you, they faded it in perfectly. It's like they were because you did the chorus first, and then I was like, okay, he'll get through it once. You repeated the chorus, and then you were like,
I don't know that many lyrics.
You're done. And then you started going into the verse. You went to the verse, and people were joining in as you went to the verse as well. Then you went into the chorus again. I'm like, what the fuck's going on? He's just continuing, and then. Like, whoever was, I don't know, I didn't see anyone controlling the music. There's no DJ per se.
You know what you didn't see, right?
What?
All eyes on me, mate. That's what you want to say as a wedding guest after a wedding day.
Yeah. It's all about us, mate.
That's it. But it was, you know how people at work, like, oh, you're a personality hire.
Yeah.
We were personality invites.
That's it.
Is that a thing?
I guess it is now.
It is now.
So, running it back through another week of footy. Let me start with some good news.
Good news, hit me.
Well, you said 2 for 2 with your hey baby. North is also 2 for 2, my friend.
They absolutely are. Question for you: Is the lid still on?
The lid. What are you referring to with the? No, of course the lid's still on. Of course it's still on. I'm not a psycho. I'm not.
Clarko's not taking you straight to the promised land?
No, definitely not. So I will wait until at least round 23.
Whoa, that's a bold strategy. That's a bold strategy.
And then I'll see if we're good enough to make finals at that point.
I'm actually just trying to see, do I have the sports bet app? I do.
What odds on the flag?
See what North Melbourne's odds are. They're obviously getting closer.
Yeah.
Odds are definitely getting shorter.
Yeah. Do you follow the Facebook group?
Here we go. North Melbourne are closer to a flag.
Yeah.
I don't, but I see them comment on a lot of things. It's so funny.
They usually comment on things. I don't think I even follow them, but Elmo follows them, and he tags me in every single post. It's
good. Look, if the content's anything to go, like if the contents are anything like the comments, then I'm sure it's good value.
Yeah.
I got some news for you as well.
Okay.
North are into $81 for the flag.
Goodness.
So they're ahead of Adelaide.
Yep.
Gold Coast.
Yep.
West Coast and Hawthorn.
Wow.
Same odds as GWS.
That's incredible.
Do you want to put some money on?
No.
No.
That's okay.
Another question for you.
Yep.
Because I know I just asked if the lid was off, on. I can't remember what I said. The ending of the North game against Freo.
Yes.
What is your view? Was it deliberate? Should Freo have had a set shot? What are your thoughts?
I think, judging by the replay, the ball, like if the ball hadn't crossed the line, if the ball had crossed the line before the siren went, and it was a clear sort of thing, if there was like a full second or there was actual time between those two events, then Freo should absolutely have a shot at goal and be able to finish off after the siren. But given that it was pretty much at the same time, if not before.
Yep. I actually did a bit of research on this. Well, I say a bit of research. We were looking online, and obviously it was a hot topic when it first happened.
Yep.
And I read that apparently the umpire can't pay deliberate until the boundary umpire has signalled out of bounds.
Yeah.
So because the siren sounded before the boundary umpire signalled out of bounds, you couldn't pay deliberate.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense, right? Like logically, say even if someone does have intent to get the ball over the boundary line, it's a footy. So there's no guarantee that the footy will actually go over the line until it does go over the line, right?
You're
it
right.
could go bounce, 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 and then it just bounces backwards.
Yep.
And it stops on the line. Just play on.
Yeah.
So you kind of have to play it as you said, as the boundary line umpire calls it. So.
You do, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. But at the end of the day, North are 2 and zip.
We are, mate. A couple other teams 2 and zip as well.
Yeah, you got the Saints. We love the Saints.
We do love
we
the
love
Saints.
the Saints. The Swans.
Yep.
The Pies and the Bombers.
Yes.
All 2 and zip.
All 2 and zip. Mind you, I just want to point out the Pies game.
Mm-hmm.
How good, I'm not sure if you caught any of the highlights or anything like that.
I caught the traffic on the way to the wedding.
Yes, as did I. How good is a 1-2?
A 1-2.
So there were two things. There was Nick Dacos to Scotty Pendlebury back to Nick Dacos goal.
The Pendlebury, the handball over the
handball over the head.
Yeah.
Basketball background, Scotty Pendlebury.
Yeah, you're right.
And Bobby Hill to Jamie Elliott back to Bobby Hill goal.
No, I didn't see that one.
That's sensational. And both in the same game. And I was just like, 2 highlights like that in the same game. How good is a 1-2?
We love a goal assist.
Yeah.
We do.
It was almost like a pick and roll almost, but it's like, it's not the AFL equivalent of a pick and roll, potentially, the 1-2, I guess. But,
yeah, maybe.
Look, I'm talking shit, but.
Yeah. So my mind like straight away went to like a shepherd or something, but.
Actually, that makes more sense.
But I mean, a shepherd after like handball and then shepherd, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Probably not as popular in the game as a pick and roll would be in basketball.
Yeah.
To be fair, but 6 teams are yet to win a game.
This is correct.
The Cats are one of them. There, I said it.
Yeah.
But I feel like six teams 0-2. I feel like that's a lot.
You reckon?
I don't know. I honestly don't know. I just feel like that was not that anyone really remembers what the ladder looks like after round 2.
Yeah.
Any season, but I feel like when you're looking at the ladder, the 0 points went a long way up.
Yeah.
Went a long way up.
I mean, so 6 out of 18 teams.
Yeah.
A third. Like that's.
Is it outrageous? Is it not? Am I talking shit now?
I don't think it's that outrageous.
All right. Okay.
But no, it's fair.
All right.
It is fair. Of course. There was something incredible that happened though. Like we were talking about the round, the footy.
Mm-hmm.
There was something big that happened.
There was, and I wonder if there's listeners of the show who were watching the game and saw that happen and went, "I reckon the boys are going to talk about this week."
Look, probably. We had back-to-back weddings, and we were thinking about. I remember in the lead-up, we were like, "Oh, well, we've already done a wedding episode. There might be something that happens at the weddings. We might do something like that." And then this happened, and it was like, nah.
Yeah. So if the weddings didn't happen, then obviously this was going to be what we were talking about.
Yeah.
For those still in the dark,
Aha!
we're obviously talking about when the lights went out at the Gabba.
Yes.
Play was suspended for however long, as they couldn't carry on in the dark. But what if they could?
Yeah, what if they could?
What if they could? We're going to run through some solutions that the AFL should consider to continue play in the dark. Did you want to start us off, or did you want me to go?
You can start us off, but I'll just, before you do, I just want to preface it with, what I feel like this is very much an us kind of episode.
Mm-hmm.
And
is that a trigger warning?
Somewhat of a trigger warning, and somewhat of we're innovators. That's kind of what we do on this show. But we're not here to actually, follow through and actually create any actual solutions for the AFL. We innovate and we sort of suggest things, and it's up to the AFL whether they want to actually adopt them or not.
Yeah,
but
we're very much ideas men.
Yes,
we have these amazing ideas come to us.
Correct.
We're not interested in how they're executed. That's someone else's problem.
Yeah, idea is almost like a light bulb. They're kind of light bulb moments.
It's another one. That's really good. It's really good. All right, I'll get into it. Obviously, we're not really innovators because we would have fucking innovated a way to quieten down that laptop over in the corner there. Anyway, the first way that play can continue in the dark is, of course, a combination of a glow-in-the-dark footy and fluoro Guernsey coolers. Colours. I don't know where that came from.
Were you waiting for me to say something? You were like, go on. You were like, you didn't say anything. Your eyes were like, yeah, go on. Have a go at me. Have a go at me.
Jeez, that hasn't happened for ages.
Guernsey coolers.
Guernsey coolers.
Coolers.
That's not even a Guernsey accent. I don't know what that is.
The Guernsey coolers.
You've thrown me off now. I can't even say any words properly. So the fluoro Guernsey colours, basically we're talking about the lighter colour of every team's Guernsey would be glow in the dark.
Yeah.
So Essendon would have their red sash. Richmond would have their yellow.
Yep.
Something like a Collingwood North Melbourne game might be interesting.
Yes.
If they're all in fluoro white stripe.
Blue and white and black and white.
Yeah.
And
you can only see the white.
You can only see the white.
Yeah.
So, it might be interesting.
Might be very interesting. But a glow-in-the-dark footy, so maybe if someone's holding the footy close enough to be able to tell which one's blue, which one's black.
Yeah, yeah. I can imagine it. Can you imagine it? How cool would
It'd be like this weird footy rave.
Yeah. Yeah. Pretty much. Light red, do you reckon? Or do you reckon like light yellow, like fluoro yellow?
I suppose, well, they play night games with a yellow footy.
That's right.
But I guess if it's fluoro, if the footy's glow in the dark, it doesn't really matter.
True.
You could do either. I think it should be the home team's choice on which colour they want the footy to glow in the dark.
Okay. Yeah, cool.
I don't know how we get around the Collingwood North Melbourne one though. I'm sure there's others. But again, we are ideas men.
Yes.
We are not the executioners.
We're not executioners.
We're not. Yeah.
We're definitely not.
We are not. Yeah, I was just throwing myself off with coolers.
The coolers.
I'm having me on edge now. That hasn't happened for so long.
Night. No, oh fuck! I was trying to be Scottish.
You're trying to take the piss, did you?
Yeah. Fuck.
No, I'm not helping you out. I'm not going to handball you the bloody accent.
How would you say goggles? Goggles? Night vision goggles?
It's not terrible. It's not good, though.
Yeah, it's not great.
Yeah.
It's all right. Anyway, idea 2 would be putting these are all separate, by the way. I don't think you'd integrate them together.
Nah, there's such a thing as overkill, isn't there?
Correct.
Separate solutions.
Correct. So night vision goggles, right? So all 36 players on the ground are kitted with some high-tech sort of army-style night vision goggles, and they can see in the dark, mate.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it would definitely be a sight to see everyone kitted up with these crazy, massive.
It would be.
Yeah.
It would be, but it would be a sight, but it wouldn't really be a sight, would it?
Because no one else could see it.
Unless the crowd all had night vision goggles.
Correct.
You'd have to hand them out at the game. Do you reckon the AFL has the budget for that?
I think so.
You reckon?
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
Again, we're just ideas, people.
We are not about the execution.
It's not actually about that.
A cheaper version would be head torches.
That's true.
It's kind of the same kind of concept. You're equipping some kind of gear on the head
to enable you to see.
And then the people in the crowd don't necessarily need anything because they can just see like the tunnel of light, just looking everywhere.
Geez, those are strong head torches. If you're at the back of the MCG and you could see. Yep.
We might need to pair it up with some sunnies then on the players. If you can see it from the top of the MCG,
bit of direct.
You're probably going to be in it.
Lots of direct torches in your eyes. Might be.
And it wouldn't be at the MCG; it's at the Gabba.
Sorry. Yes.
Nothing wrong with the MCG lights.
All right, next one.
If you want, you go. You go.
Me?
Yeah, go.
What? No?
I said bloody head torches, didn't I? Come on, that's an idea.
Okay.
That's a separate solution.
Okay. A proximity sensor in the ball.
Okay.
Right? So...
Talk us through this one, mate.
So basically, the ball, whenever the ball gets close to someone, it starts beeping, right?
As a proximity sensor would.
As a proximity sensor would. And so it's about using your other senses, in particular, your hearing, right?
Yep.
You hear the ball, you don't see the ball. Well, you hear the ball to see the ball, right?
Be the ball.
Yes. Hear the ball, be the ball.
Yeah.
Like the saying goes.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a famous saying, that one, isn't it? Yeah. Hear the ball, be the ball.
Yeah, but it definitely would be another interesting one for the crowd. Probably couldn't see much.
No.
And I don't think hearing would do much for the crowd.
So there's a few of these that, yeah, it'd be a loud bloody sensor, wouldn't it, for the crowd to hear?
For the crowd to hear, or you attach a mic or something to the footy.
We haven't really thought about the crowd, like, at the stadium.
Yeah,
for
that's
a lot
right.
of these.
I mean, that's kind of the main reason the game keeps going as well, right? Like
for the crowd.
Yeah.
Good point. Yeah. Good point.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, but I mean, wouldn't it be cool though? Like, because say everything's dark, and there's this proximity sensor. You hear this beeping sound, right?
Mm.
It's almost like you add a new part of the game, like a new element to the game, because you've got stoppages, you've got free flowing play, and then say if someone just boots it and no one knows where it's gone. Right? No one knows where the fuck it's gone. Right?
Yeah.
Because it's a proximity sensor.
You're right. Yeah.
So it only starts beeping when it's close to someone. So someone torps it. And then there's just this new phase of the game, which is just searching for the ball. No one knows where the fuck it is.
Like capture the flag type thing.
Yeah,
For the ball.
yeah. And it's almost like you've got specialists on your team that are really good at just finding where the ball could be.
True, yeah. Different stage of recruiting.
And then you just hear the beep, 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 and the game's back on.
I suppose when it's kicked out of bounds on the full and no one's realised it's actually carried to like row H. And then it was doing laps of the ground.
You spend half an hour searching for the ball. And you realise it was out of bounds on the full.
So we'll workshop that one. But it's like, I wonder if there's like, because like there's like those blind cricket leagues, how there's like, they've got that ball with, there's like a bell in it or something.
Yeah.
I wonder if there's
something.
Like AFL equipment. I can't imagine there being a blind AFL because that'd be fucking dangerous.
Yep. Yeah. I'm not sure. It'd be interesting. Even other, tennis and soccer and other sports. I'm sure there might be equivalents, but blind cricket's the only one I've definitely heard of.
Yeah.
And seen.
Yeah, definitely seen that pop up on socials a couple of times. I wonder if you do know if there is such a thing as blind AFL. Do reach out. We'll have a chat about it.
Yeah, I'm actually genuinely interested.
Yeah. Here's one to wonder. I'm going to move on if that's all right. This one is a bit more realistic.
Okay,
I think.
Yeah.
If we were to make the goalposts, giant glow sticks. So the light carries enough, like all the way from like all it needs to do is carry halfway, doesn't it? Because then the other half would be the other goalposts.
Okay, so super super bright.
Giant glow sticks.
Yeah, right. And it's just the goalposts that are providing the light. There's nothing else.
They're super powerful glow sticks.
These are extremely powerful glow sticks. Yep.
Play can continue though.
Yeah.
Imagine if you got 4 massive glow sticks at each end of the Gabba.
Yeah.
The Gabba.
Yeah.
That light up a whole half of the stadium.
Yeah. I feel like that would be blinding if you were right in front of it.
Well,
no?
I mean, I've been really close to like those little glow sticks and
you're fine.
Well, I don't know if I'm like, maybe I'm not the one to comment about being blind or not. But yeah, maybe there's something in the casing. I don't know, is there? Bro, you're the engineer. I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I do with my engineering job. Each time you open the door, you see what I do, and you're like, yeah, nah. You just walk off.
Yeah, all those fucking 3D drawings, it's all about making
glow sticks.
Goalpost glow sticks.
Same thing, right?
Yeah, I think so, absolutely.
Cool. I'll quickly move on to this one. I'll just skim past this one. Drone lights.
Okay.
You didn't go to the drone show at they had one at Docklands last year.
No, I didn't go to that one. No, you went, didn't you?
Yeah, it was great. It was great. Look, it's not bright enough to light up the Gabba, but if you had more of them, you could.
How many more would you reckon?
Look, I don't know, maybe a solid couple of thousand.
Oh, so cheap then?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I feel like it'd be. I don't know what would be cheaper. That a couple thousand drones with lights attached, or the night vision goggles for the entire crowd at the Gabba. But I feel like they'd probably be similar.
Both really realistic.
Yeah, both ideas.
I suppose we're in real strife when one of the more sensible suggestions is the massive goalpost glow sticks.
Yeah.
Speaking of sensible, I've got one more for you.
Yeah.
Now this one is clearly the most feasible.
Mm-hmm.
So hear me out.
Yeah, I'm hearing you out.
What is the footy balls are made? They're leather, aren't they?
Yes.
Are they fireproof?
It's a good question.
I actually don't know. I should have probably looked that up before bringing it up.
Well, let's just say they can be.
Let's say if they're not,
yeah,
then we reproduce every single Sharon out there with some fireproof material.
Yeah.
And then we change the AFL uniform to head to toe PPE.
Yeah.
We just set the ball on fire.
Set it on fire?
So that it stays lit for the whole game.
Right.
And everyone's head to toe in PPE and they have to play footy.
In PPE?
In PPE.
Yeah. You thinking like full on, what sort of, like welding masks?
Yeah, in my head. Yeah, that's what I got. Yeah. And like a big sort of thick overalls. Yeah. I don't know, big, obviously, gloves. It's all one big suit. In my mind. It's all safe.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it would change the game.
It would.
A lot.
But it'd require a lot more skill from the players to be able to take speckies in full, like, PPE, like almost thick hazmat suits, I want to say.
Never mind specky, even just to kick the bloody thing. I don't think you'd be able to...
You want me to get the full follow through in the kick?
Follow through, yeah, without... I mean, yeah, it's on fire as well, so, yeah.
No, just calm down.
Ah!
Don't stress about it. Just calm down. Just kick it.
Oh, it's calm. It's calm,
isn't it? But I feel like there's one way to find out.
True.
Yeah, if I'll just make it happen. So getting forward now, we love a stretch on this show, and through Run It Back, they were all really realistic suggestions. So I feel like we need to stretch a little more.
Yes, it's time to stretch.
With Get Forward. So we're talking about footy and not being able to see.
Yes.
It's got me thinking about this podcast and not being able to see.
Okay.
So for those who may remember, I think it was episodes 7 to 24. We had no video. We were audio only.
Yeah.
So we couldn't really see. Obviously, we were on a Zoom call.
The dark ages, as we call it.
The dark ages, yeah. Although not the darkest. They were some of the funnest times, I reckon.
Those episodes?
In terms of the podcast. Obviously, we were in lockdown, so it wasn't that fun. But yeah, just kind of really getting back into it and developing what it was, because that was the early days of all the segments we've got.
Was it?
Not the point of the of Get Forward.
Yeah.
So, what was the connection there? I was on it, and then I wasn't on it. Not being able to see the podcast. Yeah. No video.
Yeah.
What do you reckon the dumbest thing you did when we were recording the podcast when I couldn't see you?
Ooh. The dumbest thing I did. Like, while we were recording?
While we were recording, yeah.
I feel like the dumbest thing was the Richie Beno thing that I kept going about. But you could see me because we were Zoom calling. So that's...
I mean, I like it. I'll accept that as an answer.
Okay.
Me, it was definitely the wrapping the
doona.
doona around my old place wasn't great on the acoustics.
Yes.
So yeah, I had to get creative.
And it worked.
It was work. See, that's the thing. You've got me there as well, because if it looks dumb but it works, it ain't dumb.
Exactly. Exactly. I mean, I'll take it as an answer as well. Did I do that too? Or was it just you?
I actually don't remember.
I thought, no, we didn't. We did one episode that we were both under a doona. Do you remember that? Do you remember?
Yeah, I do. Okay, just to clarify.
That was in the dark.
It was in the dark. Just hitting pause on that for a sec. Yeah. We were in separate doonas the other side of the room to stop the mics from interfering with one another.
No. We were under the covers. We were just under the covers.
All right, next segment.
Switching on for another week. I'll start with just one question for you this week, mate.
One question. You've half-assed it, have you?
Yes, I have. We're talking about low light.
Yep.
In the dark,
Amongst other things, apparently.
Amongst other things, yes. I've got a list of sports here, very familiar sports that we talk about quite a bit.
Okay.
I want you to put the following sports in order from easiest to hardest to play in low light conditions. And when I say low light conditions, I mean pretty much after sunset. So like the sun's set and there's a little bit of light left over in that. So there's a little bit of light, but not much. So we've got cricket, we've got basketball, footy, soccer, and tennis. So order those from easiest to hardest to play in low light conditions.
Okay, so straight away, my mind is going to the size of the ball.
Yep.
For the sport, as in how easy it is to see, obviously.
Yep.
Easiest, I'm maybe thinking soccer.
Yep.
Because if you can't see, if you're looking on the ground, chances are you're looking in the right place.
Correct.
But then that could also work against you. No, I'm saying that's the easiest.
Yep.
Then I'll say basketball.
Yep.
A little harder because you got to look in a lot more different places.
Yeah.
We've played basketball plenty of times in that kind of light.
Low light. Yeah.
Yeah, it's doable, but it gets to a point where it's too far.
It gets to a point, yeah.
So yeah, not that bad, but not the easiest. And then if we keep going with the size of the ball, I'll probably say footy next.
Yep.
Even though it'd be pretty dangerous, in my opinion, playing a low light.
Yep.
I'm weak as piss, so I'd definitely break something. But I'll say footy.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'll say tennis.
Yep.
Just because the ball's a lot softer than a cricket ball.
Yep.
And I've been in the nets for cricket training when it's been low light and you very quickly stop being able to see the ball.
Yeah, you can't see much.
It doesn't matter if you pad it up. It doesn't matter. It's fucking scary.
You can't see it. Yeah.
Especially when you got you running into bowl. Can't see your bloody deliveries at the best of times. The best of light.
No, I like that answer.
So I said soccer, b-ball, footy, tennis, cricket.
Yeah.
Easiest to hardest. Would you disagree on any of those?
I'd agree with pretty much all of it. I think I'd probably swap around cricket and tennis. I feel like tennis would be the hardest.
You reckon?
Just because I know this is a bit of a cop out, but cricket with bowling, I feel like you don't need to see.
It sounds like a bloke who's taken a few heads off in his time.
It's like parts of the game you could still do, like bowling you could still do, batting's a bit harder.
Yeah.
Whereas tennis is like you can't, like both players need to be able to see it.
Okay.
Anyway.
Okay. I mean, yeah, pretty much agreeing across the board. Yeah, I'll take that. We love that. All right. We've done this in reverse order, haven't we? I'll give you my questions now, mate.
Mm-hmm.
So I've got two for you.
Yep.
Pretty normal proceedings over here. I don't know how this question came to me, so bear with me, but it did. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
If the AFL was to bring in LED Guernseys,
yep,
but the only thing that was allowed to be lit up was the team's main sponsor,
Yeah.
which team's jumper would shine the brightest?
I don't know all the main sponsors off the top of my head.
Well, you're just going to have to go for the ones that you do know.
So I know the Cats is Ford, right?
This is where you say you don't know what North's major sponsor is?
I think it used to be Mazda. Actually, is it still Mazda?
I think it might be.
Maybe. Anyway, I think Ford's a bit brighter because it's...
Yeah, but it doesn't have the blue oval. It's just the white.
That's right.
The white wording at the moment.
It's just on the
on the stripe.
Stripe. You're talking about that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You don't know enough sort of sponsors.
Yeah. Is there anything that are you?
I know Richmond have like a green NIB.
Oh, that could be pretty fluoro.
That'd stand out a bit. Essendon have.
That solar? Was it that
solar? It's
company?
Amart Furniture, I think.
Right.
It's a red kind of.
Yeah.
Collingwood, they have Emirates, do they? Or is that bloody a few years ago now? I can't remember. Yeah, they've got the red Emirates logo.
Yeah.
So there's another red one. That'd be a bit brighter than Essendon's anyway.
Yep.
What is North? Let's have a look here. Didn't really think this question was, but yeah, that's the Mazda logo. It's probably not going to be any good at all.
Nah.
Let's go interstate. What's Freo?
What's the Swans? QBE? Is it still QBE?
I think so, yeah. Freo's is red as well. West Coast? Is West Coast still Hungry Jacks?
Oh, maybe.
It is. I can't see the front of the Guernsey. It is. It's Hungry Jacks.
Is it?
Yeah.
Pretty bright?
I might say Hungry Jacks because you've got the red and you've got the yellow in there.
Yeah, you got both, and you can make that quite bright. And to be fair, that's what a lot of fast food
it is, yeah,
is based on, right? You're the marketing guru, that's why they choose those colours. It's bright and they're
absolutely
inviting. So
absolutely,
it's a great answer.
Guru is a strong word, but So I'm saying that because of the guru comment.
Yes,
because I can't be bothered looking up anymore.
Yeah,
Guernseys.
Yeah,
and I think that'll do. But it's interesting because if that was a thing, obviously it's not going to be a thing. But imagine if it was a thing.
Yeah, clubs
would have to get tactical with who they'd approach for sponsors.
Why?
Because you have to take into account the logo colour because you want it to shine brighter.
You do. Yeah, right. Okay. That'd be interesting, wouldn't it?
So it turns out that question wasn't as good as I thought it would be. That's fine.
It prompts a discussion.
It's all right. We're gonna move on.
Okay.
Question 2. What could be brought in to make things harder to see for AFL players? So this whole thing's been about being able to see and making things brighter.
Yeah.
What could be the other way?
I'd say blindfolds.
I mean, you're not right. You're not wrong. You're not wrong at all. That just caught me so off guard. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing more to say really after that, is there? Money! Money! It's time for My Mate's Multi. Just sounds so unnatural, me being the one saying that.
Right.
I'm in my own head about it now. I want you to go first, please.
Okay. Well,
give us your legs from last week.
Was that the first time you've ever done that?
I don't reckon so. I don't reckon it is. But, I mean, it's your thing. I mean, you've already snaked the keep kicking goals and the keep hitting sixes from me. So
all the other ones, I feel like we swap around, we take turns, right?
But I always start switch on. You always start moments multi.
Generally,
we've
done that. Yeah.
Reversed it.
I've got my legs from last week.
Yeah, go on.
Leg 1. There will not be a draw this week. That was my gimme leg.
That was your gimme leg, yep.
And it got up.
It did.
It did.
I thought the Suns and the Bombers were a chance to draw at one point, but wasn't to be the case.
Yeah, no. Quickly pulled away. Leg 2. Someone will kick a goal on the run after 4 bounces. No, I don't think so. I definitely didn't watch every game. In fact, I watched pretty much no games over the weekend. But given that I watched all of the highlights and I didn't see... you'd assume if someone kicked a goal after 4 bounces, it would probably be on the highlights.
Yep.
Didn't see anything. So.
Just taking a moment to just appreciate the fact that you watched the highlights of every single game.
Yeah.
That's a quick round of applause for Mr. Ashwin Ravindran,
Thanks,
everybody.
mate. Thanks.
If you're driving along in your car, take both hands off the wheel right now and clap for Ashwin.
Okay.
And then put him back on.
Quickly.
It's okay. It's
maybe just one quick clap.
No, you were stopped at a red light, so it was fine.
Okay.
It's all good.
Yep.
Don't stress at all.
That's good. Leg 3. Fremantle will be up each time I check the score of the North Freo game on my phone this weekend at the wedding. So, I'll admit, I tried to cheat on this one. Not cheat, but I tried to bend the rules on this one slightly. Because our good friend of the show, Statsman Richard Tang, was also present on Saturday night at the wedding. And each time I sort of, mentioned to him that I was going to check the score for the North Freo game, he would tell me that North was up.
Yeah, like almost without breathing. Like he got it out that quick. It's like he was still telling him that you were going to check the score and he's already told you what the score is.
That's what Statsman Richard Tang brings.
Impressive. He's actually, since we've kind of shifted away from the old traditional run it back, we don't really require stats that much anymore, do we?
We'll always have a space for Richard, though.
Oh, absolutely. I said we didn't require stats. I didn't say we didn't require the stats, man.
True. There's a difference.
Out there. Yeah. You're trying to do to
me. Anyway, so he did mention a couple of times North are up by 10. North are up by this many. And so I didn't check my phone actually, because each time he said that, I didn't want to check my phone.
Yeah, okay.
And then the game ended, and
North won.
North won anyway. So look, leg didn't get up, even though I tried to. You tried to cheat. I tried to cheat.
I was about to offer you to kind of null that leg, so you got 1 from 2.
Yeah.
But then I remembered that you tried to cheat.
Yeah.
So not having it.
1 from 3.
That was cute. All right, speaking of cheating, leg 1.
Yeah.
One of the venues for the wedding we've got this weekend will feature a screen that will have the footy on at some point. Not a lot of screens around the venue.
No.
I did carry in one screen with me.
You did? It wasn't a 32-inch TV?
It wasn't a 32-inch TV in the world's biggest backpack, but it was my phone, and I put KO on for about 20 seconds.
Yeah.
And it was a screen in the venue showing the footy at one point.
Yep.
So that one got up.
It certainly got up.
And I'm saying it with chest that I cheated.
Yeah, okay.
I'm not going back and forth.
Yeah.
Oh, man, I didn't cheat. Well, I didn't cheat. I cheated. I cheated. This is the whole point of
what are you going to do about it?
Yeah, what? And what? And what? But this is the beauty of picking obscure legs.
Yeah.
You can do what you want with it.
You can.
If they're in your power.
Yeah.
If they're within your grasp, do what you want.
All right.
Leg 2. We will be asked about the podcast more than once this weekend. No.
I don't think anyone asked us
I got asked once.
Did you?
Yeah. Turns out I overestimated how much people care about it. Which is, fine. The game's the game. You got to do what you got to do.
The game is the game.
So no, I said more than once, and it was just once. So no.
Nice.
And I didn't cheat.
No.
I couldn't have even asked people to ask about it because then I'm bringing it up.
Because then you bring it up.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And then leg 3, I said 12 teams will change position on the ladder by the end of round 2.
Yep.
And no, that didn't get up either because everyone changed positions on the ladder except for Hawthorn, who stayed bottom.
Oh, that's right, because you didn't say at least.
I didn't say at least. I went for the niche.
For glory.
I went for glory, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
All or nothing. So 1 for 3 as well, mate.
That's where we want to be.
All right, that laptop over there is yelling, mate, so you just want to hit us with your legs straight away?
Yep. All right, legs for this week. Leg 1. At least 6 teams,
nice.
will kick more behinds than goals this week.
Nice.
Leg 2. I will dream about North Melbourne at least once this week.
Okay.
In some sort of shape or form, North will enter my dreams.
I reckon you're the kind of guy that can control your dreams.
You reckon? Like lucid dreaming and stuff?
Yeah.
I always talk about it, but I'm actually not great at it. I think I've done it like 3 times in my life.
Oh, see, I don't think I've ever done it. Anyway.
Leg 3. I will consume breakfast, lunch and dinner on Saturday and Sunday this weekend.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I don't reckon that's the one. I reckon that's the one that cost you 3 out of 3.
You reckon? You reckon?
Yeah. Yeah. You can't, Oreos for lunch doesn't count.
I know it doesn't count. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying this is actually more of a. I'm taking this as an opportunity to actually be a bit healthier.
To better yourself.
Yeah.
No, that's what My Mate's Multi is all about.
It's all about bettering. It's all about bettering.
All right, my legs for this week.
Yep.
I will consume more hot dogs than 50-metre penalties paid on Friday night.
Okay. Yep.
We'll see.
Yep.
Leg 2. Less than 3 of the current streaks will remain at the end of round 3.
Okay.
So I'm talking about all the 2 and zips and the 0 and 2s.
Yeah.
So whether it's currently a 1,
Yep.
not counting it. Not counting it.
Yeah. So far there's 4 teams that 2 and zip, and there's 6 teams.
Five teams that are 2 and zip.
5. Yeah, 5 teams 2 and zip, and 6 teams that are.
Yeah.
And that'll.
So out of those teams, 3 will remain on their current streak.
Okay. Yep. Cool.
We'll see what happens there. And then leg 3, there will be at least 2 bags of 5+ goals this round.
Nice.
I reckon. No, I'm not going to say who.
Yeah.
Because then the leg won't get up because I've gone too specific.
Don't go for glory again, mate.
No, I'm not doing that. I've learnt my lesson. Well, we learn our lesson every other week, then we still do it, don't we? So North are down in Tassie this week, playing the Hawks.
Ooh.
What do you reckon?
Homecoming.
It is, yeah. I more meant the result.
Oh.
I mean, no, I suppose I did ask thoughts and you just said a word.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's probably my bad for not being...
Be quiet. And it's in Tassie as well. So the home ground, effectively, of both teams.
Yeah.
It's quite symbolic, mate.
I get what you meant about homecoming now.
Yeah. It's
my bad.
No, it's all right. Look, could go either way.
Insightful as ever. I don't know. It's... Years gone by, you'd back Hawthorn to smash anyone down there.
Yeah.
You never know.
Well, I feel like... Look, I feel like we might be up and we're very likely to give it away in the fourth quarter, even if we are up, because that's what's happened the last couple of games. Notice that we've very much almost given away both games.
Yeah, I mean that was happening last year as well, wasn't it? Like in it, and then just ran out of legs.
And then ran out of the only difference being we've hung on despite losing all the momentum. So
yeah. Who knows, North could be top 4 after this round.
Knocking on the door of the top 4.
Knocking on the door, let them in. There's how's the North song go? Join in the chorus.
Yes.
North are knocking on the door of the top 4.
Ooh.
Let's see if Geelong can actually get off the mark for the year.
Who have you got this week?
Gold Coast up there.
Okay.
You never know.
You never know. You never know.
Especially with the way we started. There you go. It was good that we actually got some footy talk in there at the end, hey? So we're a footy podcast. We know what we're doing.
That's it. We do.
I got nothing more to say. I don't know if you're looking at me as if to ask, have I got anything more to say?
Pretty much, just with my eyes.
Yeah, and I saw that. I saw you gave me the look.
Yeah.
For those not watching on YouTube, you wouldn't be aware, but if you are watching the video, just go back and have a look. He gave me the look. You'll know. You'll know it when you see it. So, no, I haven't got anything more to say. So,
cool.
If you want to...
Yeah. Keep kicking goals.